Hello there, Veena here from showsalesproof.com, and in this video I'll show you how you can integrate Zapier with ShowSalesProof. So whatever platform you use to sell or whatever platform you use to send out emails, so whether you use Infusionsoft or Entreport or GetResponse, MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, Drip, ConvertKit, doesn't matter what platform you use, as long as you have integrated your platform via Zapier to SSP. SSP can display notifications in real time on whatever WordPress page you have inserted the SSP shortcode on. And SSP also has an embed code. So even on the sites where you don't have SSP, as long as you insert the embed code from SSP, which is just a piece of script on those sites, SSP can display notifications even if you don't have SSP installed on those sites. So in this video, I'll show you simple steps to integrate whatever platform you use via Zapier to SSP. Now, if you don't want to use Zapier and say that you want to directly integrate whatever platform you use with SSP, then we are actually in the process of adding a lot of integrations, direct integrations. So you will see all the integrations we have in the SSP settings page under Zapier webhook settings tab. You will see that where it says this webhook notification is for, you will find all the integrations that we have there. So right now we have 3, but we are going to keep adding more. So at the time of recording this video, we have just released SSP, so we just have 3, but we are adding integrations with ActiveCampaign, Aweber and all that. So we are going to keep building this. If you don't want to use Zapier, make sure to check this drop down to see if your platform is listed here. And if it is there, then you can use the direct integration with that platform and you don't have to use Zapier. Also, you only need the Zapier integration or third-party integration if you don't use Digital Access Pass as your membership plugin. If you use DAP, if you use SmartPay Cart, which is our shopping cart, then you do not need any special integration. It's all built in. So this integration is only needed if you use a third-party system and if you're not using DAP as your membership plugin. I'm going to show you the ActiveCampaign integration via Zapier, but you can follow the same steps to integrate whatever platform you want via Zapier to SSP. So here, first thing you have to do is enter a secret key. Now this is used for security reasons to validate any request that SSP receives to make sure that it's actually coming from your account. So enter anything you want as your secret key, and SSP will use that for validating the incoming request. So you can make up anything you want here, and that's what will become your secret key and will be used for the validations. Next, generate Zapier webhook URL. Now enter the product name for which you want to create the webhook URL. So say that you want to receive notifications for product A, and so enter the name of your product. Is this product free or paid? So if it's a free product, enter yes. If it's paid product, enter no. And this webhook notification is for, so select the platform here. So if you're integrating whatever platform you use via Zapier to SSP, then select Zapier here. For example, if you want to directly integrate your MailChimp webhook with SSP, then just select MailChimp. And in future, if we have ActiveCampaign listed here, then you can just select that and you don't have to use Zapier. Anyway, so if you want to use Zapier, then select Zapier and then click here to generate the URL. Copy that and you will have to enter this in Zapier. So now we'll have to create a Zap, and in the Zap action, so the trigger is going to be whatever third party you are trying to integrate Zapier with, and the action is going to be SSP. So I'll show you how to set that up in Zapier, but this is a URL that you'll have to enter when you create the action. Let's go ahead and set up Zapier now. All right, so now log into your Zapier account and click on Make a Zap to make a new Zap. So every Zap has a trigger and an action. So the trigger here is going to be whatever third-party platform you are trying to integrate with SSP. So here, trying to integrate ActiveCampaign with SSP, so I'm going to select ActiveCampaign. So when a new contact is added to the list in my ActiveCampaign account, that's when I want the Zap to be triggered and for SSP to display that notification in real time. So I'm going to select New Contact Added to List and save and continue. So here I'm going to click on Connect an Account to connect my ActiveCampaign account, API URL and API key. So I need to get this from my ActiveCampaign account. You will find your API URL and API key in your ActiveCampaign account under Settings, Developer, and grab the key and the URL. Save and continue. Now you have to select the list so that when a user is added to that list in ActiveCampaign, then Zapier will trigger this action to SSP. So select the list name here. I just have one list there, so I'm going to select that, continue. I'm just going to continue and pick a sample to set up your Zap, pull in samples, continue. All right, so now the trigger is all set. So what will happen is whenever a new subscriber is added to ActiveCampaign, then automatically this Zap will be triggered. And what we want to do now is when this Zap is triggered, we want SSP to be notified. So what we have to do now is set up the action. All right, so the next step is to set up an action. So when a user is added to ActiveCampaign, then this Zap will notify SSP. So the action is going to be webhooks by Zapier. So select that, select post. So now in this URL field, you need to enter the URL that you got from SSP. So go back to your settings page in SSP, copy the URL that you got from SSP, and then enter that here. So as you can see, the secret key is right here. So whatever you entered in SSP, in the URL, it's going to be there in the query string. So, and the product name is here as well. And next, select form. You can just go ahead and click on continue. All right, so now click on send test to webhooks by Zapier. So Zap should trigger an action. So a test is sent successfully to the URL that we entered there, which is wherever you have SSP. SSP should have received this notification from Zap. And that's it. Go ahead and click on finish. Now give your Zap a name. We'll call it AC2 SSP and turn the Zap on, and that's it. So now the Zap is all set. So now I'm going to create a notification in SSP, publish that on a page, and then I'm going to add a user to ActiveCampaign, and I'm going to see if the user shows up in the live notification feed on the page where I have inserted the SSP shortcode. So let's test this. So one thing that I forgot to mention is that in the Show Sales Proof Zapier webhook data mapping page, you will find that we have mapped some of the fields to the fields that SSP expects. So for example, ActiveCampaign sends first name in this field. It's not coming in the default first_name field, but it's coming in this field. So the data mapping will let SSP know how these external platforms are sending these fields, so it can be mapped to the fields that SSP requires. So this should be there by default, but if you don't find it in your installation of SSP, because we just added it recently, so if you don't have this in your installation, all you have to do is click on add new and add it here. So add contact_first name. If it's not already there, then you can just add it here and then click on save, and it will show up there. So this will allow SSP to do the mapping and store it in the right field. And similarly for the last name, so we have added this mapping. Email, if you want city, state, zip, then you'll have to add those fields as well. So it really depends on what the external platform is sending in the webhook notification. So Aweber and MailChimp, they send it in different fields. MailChimp is sending first name in F name. It's sending last name in this field. So we have added the mapping here, but if you don't find it, make sure to add it for whatever platform you're trying to integrate either directly or via Zapier. So be sure to complete this step before you actually test it. And if you are not sure what your platform is sending in the webhook notification, then one thing you can do is you can run a test and connect it through the Zapier and do all of that, run a test. And then in the SSP logs, you can see what SSP is receiving from these external platforms. So take a look at the logs, see what fields are coming in, and then you can add the mapping for those fields here and then retest it and see if it works. So click on add new notification to add a new shortcode, give it a name. So we'll select the type of display. So let's select pop-up and let's say recent activity as the notification type. Select an activity template to customize. So let's select the first one. Click on customize and customize the template. And let's go ahead and customize this template. And next. So now the notification source, it's going to be custom because it's going to be Zapier notification because orders are coming in from Zapier. So we are doing this for product A because that's what we entered when we created the Zapier webhook. We selected the product name. So whatever product you created the notification for, you'll have to enter the same name here. So this one is going to be for product A. And notification expiration duration, number of days after which it should expire. So default is 2, bottom left, save. And now it gives me the embed code as well as the short code. So embed code is only if you want to publish this on a different website where you don't have SSP, then even though you have connected Zapier to this website, if you want to display the notifications on a completely different site, you can do that. So in that case, you copy the embed code and publish that on whatever site you want the notifications to be on. So in this case, I want the notifications on the same site. So I'm just going to copy this. And now I'm going to publish this on a WordPress page on this site. So let's go ahead and do that. So next I'm going to insert the SSP shortcode on my page here. So you can insert it anywhere on your page as long as the shortcode exists. That's all SSP needs. And go ahead and save. So far I have not added any users to my ActiveCampaign list. So nothing is going to show up here. So now I'm going to manually log into my ActiveCampaign account and add a subscriber to my AC list, and then I'll see if it shows up here automatically. So what will happen is when I add a user to ActiveCampaign should trigger the Zap, and then Zapier should pick it up and then send an action to SSP. SSP should automatically display that on the page where we have inserted the SSP shortcode for that product. So let's see if this works. So this is my ActiveCampaign account, and I am going to add a new contact manually. Now, I'm just doing this manually just because I have not yet created a sign-up form where users can sign up and get added to ActiveCampaign. That's why I'm adding it manually directly in ActiveCampaign, but you don't have to test it this way. Maybe you can test it this way initially, but real test will be wherever you have your registration form, you sign up through that. It should make it to ActiveCampaign. Then ActiveCampaign should trigger the Zap, and then Zap should add it to SSP, and then it should be displayed on whatever page you have the SSP shortcode on. So that's how it should work. So now I'm going to add a new contact to my ActiveCampaign list. So I'm going to add user to this list, apply. And so if you go to the SSP manage notifications data page, you should see that this user should have made it here. So as you can see here, I added the user to my ActiveCampaign account, and it's connected to my SSP site via Zapier, and this user is now here. So this is the page where I have my SSP shortcode, and you will see that this user is showing up here automatically. So I added the user via ActiveCampaign through Zapier, sent it to SSP, and SSP is displaying it in real time on the page where I have the SSP shortcode. So say that you have integrated all the systems. For some reason, the users are not showing up in SSP. In the SSP Manage Notifications page, you are not finding any users. So the easiest way to troubleshoot this would be to log into your Zapier account and check the task history. See if ActiveCampaign is actually sending the notification to Zapier. If it is, you will find the status of that notification right here. It says success. It means SSP should have received this notification from Zapier. So if it's still not showing up in SSP, then it could be because the data mapping is not working right, and you may have to do the mapping for the system that you have integrated. Or what you can do is you can check the logs in SSP to see what information is being sent by ActiveCampaign to via Zapier. So look for handler in the logs, and you will see that all the information is here. You can see what information is actually coming in from Zapier. So you can see this is the actual field name, and it has like double underscore in it after contact. That's what ActiveCampaign is sending. So contact double underscore last name is where the last name field is, and underscore underscore first name, that's the first name, and contact underscore underscore email is how it's sending the email. These are the fields that should be mapped in the data mapping page in SSP, and we have already done that. So that's why when the users are being added to the ActiveCampaign account, they are getting added to SSP automatically. But if this mapping was not right, then SSP will receive it, but it cannot add it. So make sure to check this if things are not working, to see how this is coming in the Zap, in the webhook notification, and then do the mapping, and then it should work. So that's it. It's really straightforward. SSP settings page, first thing is you need to generate a webhook URL and enter that in Zapier, in the Zapier action, and then run a test and see it if it's making it to SSP in the logs. If it's not making it, check the logs to see what fields are coming in, and then make sure to map those fields correctly in the Zapier webhook data mapping page, and then retest, and it should make it to the Manage Notifications data page in SSP. And if it makes it here, it means SSP is receiving it, SSP is able to store it, and it should get displayed automatically in real time on whatever page you have inserted the SSP shortcode on. I hope this helps. My name is Veena Prashant. Thanks for watching.